All right. Welcome to the Daring Player Squad channel. My name's Rashi. It's Saturday here with Dragon Age of Veilguard. I had a mild heart attack. I was supposed to start earlier, and then I realized when I signed in that all my data had been mistakenly deleted, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with the game. Actually, I made a boo-boo, and I signed into the wrong account, and so I was on Joyce's account where there is no Dragon Age games, and so bing bam boom. That was an hour of heart attacks that I could have done without. But yeah, here we go. We're back. I've just returned. I've done all the side quests I could and some of the character side quests, so we're just about to pass the next game, not the next game, but the next set of major plot points. So we're going to go ahead and do that and then carry on with the rest of the plot and some side quests as we continue to play the game further. I said that twice. Anyway, just doing a quick check to see what my abilities are like, and yeah, we'll get right to it after I kind of like quibble through what I want with my character. So let's go ahead and do that. I think there was something in here that I really liked. It's called staggering. It's eclectic armor with different armor headsets. This is good. And then after that, rage regen. Which one is this one? This one is groundbreaker. Not a big keener on that one. Heavy armor. Not feel bad. I felt I had a good setup, and now I'm just being picky about it. I was playing a lot last week, and I really started getting into the weapons section and bleed, which is kind of like goes heavy. It goes well with my kind of like usual character setup. Let's see here. What else did I do wrong? Maybe I should just reset. I'm gonna reset. Actually, you know what? I'm an idiot. My body hurts. my body is telling me you should do a whole lot of things before you started the stream, and so I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta do a quick bio break. I'll see you in a minute and a half here. Where's my BRBs? BRBs. There we go. Okie dokie. There we go. Back. Let's go ahead and just do a quick little run around here. I'm gonna go ahead and just no, I wanted to check what armor that I'm usually rocking right now. Because right now I don't have a lot of heavy helms that I really like. So going into the Grey Warden spec with a 20% extra armor, it might not be my best bet here. I am trying my best also to romance Neve, even though I've hardened her. It's gonna be a rough ride, but goddamn it, I'll do it. Right, so I've on armor here, or here. Right now I've just got rage increase and ability increase. Ability damage if all share the same ability type. That's fine. I'll probably switch that headset out for something else. Detonation damage increase, staggered. This is epic medium. damage. Each damage is based on the companion relationship, which is alright for now. But yeah, no heavy helm that really kind of speaks to me as something I wear all the time. Medium helm here, heavy helm here, does more stagger and takedown. It would be great if it was a higher level, but it's not. So that means that's probably not the best bet for me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the eclectic weaponry, eclectic stylings that I have right now. Good. That's all I really need to know. Go into upgrade. Go into. Nope, I'm going to upgrade. Go into. Where am I at? No, I need to go to skills. My usual bit is counter blow, precision, shield volley, Titan stop, of course. Then I go into bulwark for basic resistance upgrade, and then increase in 10% because I have it, and then shield tossed. Ooh, you know what? Shield toss converts 25% of my current range into stagger. May not be my best bet. It's the only way I can really break into affliction damage and into eclectic armor. So it gives me increases shield bounces, range damage, and weak points, which is great. 15% breach overall. Do I really need it that much? Gain flaming damage after defeating an enemy with a weak point hit. You know what? Maybe I lied. Maybe I don't need this too much. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's go ahead and try that again. I thought it'd be better than it was before, but it's not. Turn to sender, that's great. Advantage duration is increased 20%, that's pretty cool. Primer duration is not necessarily. Upgrades projectile abilities to deal more damage to barriers, which is alright. Upgrades control abilities. Primer's ability to control abilities last 1% longer. Detonations triggered by controls deals a bunch of damage. Let's do that instead. Defeating an enemy with a projectile prevents resistances. Defeating an enemy with control abilities deflect. That. Increase taking damage. Increase health. Don't need increase rage. Why not? Then we'll also go into Groundbreaker. Shake and Shatter. That might be okay. Let's even go this way. And reinforcements. Each of your active advantages increased by 10%. That. Rage regen is good. Gain flaming weapon on defense. That's what we like to see. Heavy helmet armor. I don't have a heavy helmet, so I'm just going to avoid that for now. Take down damage is 50%, or go into heavy damage for 10%. Both are sound good. We'll take both. This one says use control ability. Using control ability attacks versus enemies with high health deals damage and stagger. That sounds good. The scope of area abilities is greatly increased. Let's do that as well. When you interrupt an enemy with control, yeah, 50 bonus damage is good. Hitting multiple enemies with an eager. Let's do it as well. What did I choose last time? I chose like a cleaving strike, which is really fun because it gets a lot of bleed. Maybe we'll do that later. Let's stick with what we got here. This one does overwhelmed and sundered, or 20% more effective. This one says gain deflect on each encounter. Maximum burning stacks increase, take down damage increase. What direction do I want to go in? Do I want to go in with an AoE damage? I already have this one, applies overwhelm, and this one does weakened. This one does applies overwhelms. No, so I'm gonna go this way instead. Beep, boop. Oh, hold on. Take down damage. Burning stacks. Let's do burning stacks. Deflect at start. Which one does this do? Projectiles. Deflect stacks increase. Control abilities deal critical damage to enemies versus recovering from knockdown. We'll try that instead. This one gets overwhelmed and sundered are effective. We'll do that. Necrotic resistance is up. That's great. Broken finale sounds great. Stagger from charge attacks are 20% more. And this one gives me explosive damage with rage as it deals 200 damage. Spending rage deals 200 damage. The cost fire damage. Let's maybe consider that. This one does agile charge to final attacks deal 42% more to damage. To afflicted. We'll think about that route later. Let's go ahead and just dive into champions. Ultimate Warden Fire. Lightbane. Shield damage is not great. Fire damage, that's pretty good. Blight Bane deals additional blasts. Or trigger a powerful shockwave when executing a perfect defense. That sounds good. Burning stacks increase. Burning damage increases by 20% in your range. Let's go fire. Burning is now applied to enemies around the target. Perfect. Yeah, let's stay on that course right now. Then I'm locked out until level 40 on this one. Each equipped controlled ability gains 20%. So just a lot of control abilities if I want. All right. But what are control abilities? This ability, grappling spear, pressing triangle, or perform a follow-up. Here's the difference. It doesn't tell me what is a control ability. I need to Google that up right freaking now. Hold on. What are control abilities? I know I'm this far in the game and I'm like, I don't know what a control ability is. I've just been hacky, slashy, Veilguard. Don't mind me, I'm just doing all the stuff I should have done last week right now. Abilities, passives, and traits, blah, blah, blah. Evoker, duelist, blah, blah, blah. Champion, blah, blah, blah. Stop. There we go. Come on, Reddit, don't spoil me now. You hover over the abilities and skill trees, it'll tell you what ability types are for. Driving kick is listed as smash and control. Is it? General purpose of the ability, smash and blast hits opponents for deal damage. Primers for detonators. Duration is long lasting. Does it say? I don't think it says. Okay, so if I go to, what is it? This one, it says driving kick. Oh, it's just type. I'm an idiot. Okay. Area and control. Strike and control. This one I'm assuming is projectile and control. All right, cool. Just a lot of the stuff. All right, gotcha. I'm now way better than I thought I was. Grappling spear is fine. That might be good to have later. See how else we can improve our fire damage here. So right now, if I'm more of a fire based, that's fine. So I'll have to swap out some stuff to be more fiery. Being said, defense is increased by 20%. I can't use that just yet. Grappling, blah, 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 blah. It's more control and shock. It has a base ability. When acquired, you get ability damage 50%. Why not then? Oops, I'm sorry. Thank you. Stagger from charge attacks increased by 20%. Why not? And then increase fire damage spent, cost of rage. That's good. More fire. Maximum rage increase. That's great. Charge attacks with swords or axes will apply bleeding to enemy. Perfect. Increase bleed, and then cleaving strike allows me to damage increase, blah, blah, blah. But I want, it's only one, right? Damage from area abilities gain 30% penetration. Max bleed stacks. Hitting enemy with a strike ability allows an affliction aligned with the ability. Let's just go ahead with this, just increase bleed stacks, why not? That's all square. My weapons are all set up. I might need to go ahead and increase. All right, I want to change these out. So right now, I have one that does take random advantage on takedowns. That's all right. Max burning damage. Right, one more fire. Fire! Fire and blood. And then ability. Your ability damage is always a critical hit. Using an ability consumes 20% of your maximum health. Ooh. Nah. More bleed, more bleed, more bleed. That sounds good. Anything that does more fire, more fire, more fire. This one does stagger, stagger, stagger. It's all right. I like stagger builds, but now I'm like leaning more towards like fire builds. Just stack fire, smack harder, live life, profit. Applies bleeding on potion use. Grants resistances on potion use. Increased ability damage and enhanced damage on potion use. And nah, let's do increased healing and revival charges plus cooldown reduction. For his armor, let's see here. Damage versus barriers. I still only have blue level armor. Or less than blue, well, only one blue level armor ability. I'm not sure if that's good, or maybe I'm bad. Increased damage, 20%. Necrotic damage abilities, range attack abilities, necrotic. 20% damage from all companions, which is great, but no thank you. And then, of course, the lovely bulwark here. This bulwark says heavy damage versus armor and immovable when breaking armor. All right, that sounds good. I like the faded touch bulwark on the side, mostly because I'm doing area control effects. Just bring them all in, just area effect everyone. Real convenient, like. And then the hard way is just good. This one does stagger. This one does rage regen. This one does electric. This one does low health and yeah, potions. Nope, we'll keep it that for now. With all that sorted off, we have control ability here. Control ability here for fire. It's a strike one though. This one is a projectile. So this one, what does this one layer? This one layers on overwhelm. This one does weakness detonation, and this one does weakness detonation. So I don't need another weakness detonator. Can I get something that does? It's just like a sundering detonator. Do I have anything for sunder? I don't. That sucks. All right, I'll keep it that way then, and I'll swap over to Fort Fire. More fire, please. Awesome, cool. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. It's Asan sounds like she's dying. What else did I need to do? Upgrades and enchantments. Enchantments, yes. My abilities need to be enchantments. Area daily damage, duration damage, projectile damage, smash damage, regen, shocked. Ooh, apply shock on ability crit. Oh, this is all afflictions that I apply now are burning. Oh no, Andraste's will, why? Actually, no, that's fine. Just more fire sounds good. This one does greater ability, area damage, strike damage, control damage. All afflictions, duration ability, projectile ability, smash abilities. Why not? Enchantment. This one does detonation damage and get detonation again. Duration. This one does bleeding. What can we do for bleeding? I'll leave that blank for now. This one does weapon damage increase. That's fine. Damn it. Too fast. I am too fast. Let's give you a lovely old 10% health buff. Why not? And for this Beg Smasher, does affliction damage. Select, and we will do increased fire damage. Or fire, please. Good. And for Tash and for Nev, all good. Canis, also good. Let's get on with it. Let's do a check here. Don't think I have anyone else here to talk to. Nope, I did everything I needed to do, and we can go straight on to fight. Let me change the party. Canis, Nev. She's got applied sunder, detonate overwhelmed, applies weakened. Let me just double check to make sure she doesn't have anything else here. Sundered is good. Apply weakened is good. What's the other one that she has? Good too. Then as for my guy, he has, which one is this? This is applied sunder, detonate overwhelm, which is one of my abilities. And then the Sundering is aligned with Nev. Perfect. Okay, I think I have everything I need. Except for the fact that I totally didn't apply the change in my party. Too fast. There we go. And then we can go ahead and travel to the Tract quest, which I believe is in Weisshaupt. There we go. So I've already done this quest. Just need to hand it in. Zigzag there. Whoopsie doodles. Here we are. Icky.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the Warden records. And Rook, I believed you, but to hear it? I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the blight.
We knew things were bad. But if the Blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two reign, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First
You were told to stay away. Or does your allegiance to us no longer matter?
You were told to stay away. I lied. I have a higher allegiance. What do you want from me? There's no winning here. The allegiance no matter lie. There's no winning here. I have a higher allegiance. What do you want from me?
What do you want me to do? Stick my head up my ass and pretend nothing's happening?
He does.
I'm done with this guy. I'm done being cordial.
Something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. He's telling the truth. The blight has changed, and that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
Ooh. Ooh, right. I made a commitment to do any type of warden stuff. Like actually use it. But the problem is I don't have Davrin with me, and so I don't think he can't appreciate it because he's not here. I'm gonna defer for my wardening here, and I'm just gonna tell him back off.
He's trying to help.
Enough! You tampered with a ritual that unleashed blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the Blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons controlled blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weisshaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
He's trying to push me out. He's an asshole. I'm sorry I got you in trouble. He's not a jerk.
What an asshole. A lot of people are gonna die for his arrogance.
Maybe.
So much for convincing the Wardens.
There's you, Davrin, me, and Antoine. We make it work with the four of us. You and Davrin work with your new friends. Antoine and I will track Darkspawn and the Blight.
In so-called peace, vigilance. If we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
The elven god of monsters had been hard at work. She'd taken the Darkspawn and made them so much worse. Now, she and Elgar'nan had their glorious new army. The risen gods were ready. And they had just the target.
Antoine and Evka tried to convince the first warden the blight has changed and the gods were responsible, but he refused to listen. It wasn't the outcome he wanted, but they weren't giving up there. The order to come back to Weisshaupt. Antoine and Evka promised to keep investigating the blight and send word if they learn anything more. I have gotten some new leathers, which gives me resistances to Darkspawn, which is cool, but don't really need to.
He finally agrees to meet for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you were included in that.
Thanks.
You need to head back to Weisshaupt.
Soon. We can risk a small delay before we're missed.
We'll continue helping here for a while, and help you on the way if we can.
Love them. Best friends anyone could have. They're the best damn friends anyone could have. All right, got a little extra here. Let's move down a little bit more. So this is a area of strike, which is that's all right. Upgrades damage area abilities and 30% pen. Charge attack damages are increased here. Staggers from file damages are increased. Generates more rage on weapon attacks. Let's go ahead and... I don't have any strike abilities, so that's not great. Area of ability effects sound pretty good, so we'll just take that instead. Cool. Cool. Companions are solid. Nev has some new items, I think. Right. For Venatori enemies, and cold damage increased by 25. This one is attack by target deals 50% barrier damage, deals 200% cold damage to all enemies nearby. This breaks the target. Cool. And then what else do I have here? She's got a brand new trinket. She has no keepsakes, and I'm a little scared that maybe I missed it because I locked them out, but she's not the only one that doesn't have a keepsake, so I could be wrong. Emmerich. It's a brand new fancy chittering signet. This one does enhance damage when you're reach low health. This one applies weak unit, also applies vulnerable ability to necrotic damages. That's pretty great. Good old Emmerich. Alright, next quest. We're going to Docktown. For those of you who have been following the channel and haven't been going ahead on yourself, it's going to be an unpleasant experience because Docktown is in the middle of a great purge, thanks to the Venatori. Here, let's take a quick walk. I want to double check to see what's in the market inside the crossroads. I said the crossfade, but that's not what it really meant. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, hello, big boys. Overwhelmed is applied. We'll go ahead and do a slash. There we go. Nope. That works. Why not do a slash here and then ice here. Come at me, bro, say. Kia! Nice. Nailed it. Alright, it's a good combination. I like this burning build.
Shadow dragons to consider any supplies they need already paid for, and I'll cut down. Please, go on. Nev, tell the Shadow Dragons to consider any supplies they need already paid for, and I'll cut down what Venatori I can.
You don't have to.
It could have been Treviso. Consider this done. More trouble.
I just need to double check to make sure I did in fact do the rest of this these quests. Do that.
Well done, Nev.
Nice. Easy wombo combo. If I remember correctly, there should be a tree up here with an item that opens up when you kill enough darkspawn. old razzle dazzle.
That's probably her.
So if this tree's burst open, then I'll be pretty confident. Oh, it isn't. So yeah, I guess I should be able to do that now.
Nice work, Rook.
Woo! Oh, right, and then right, there's a well demon here that I haven't finished off here. Oh, I did open this one. All right, cool. So I have a few side quests that I have missed. Unless this well doesn't open up until after. Let me just double check here. Let me check. Survey says Grey Warden's final response. No crossroads of the necropolis. No continue adventuring until the expert arrives. No investigate the blighted pathway in the crossroads. Where's this one? This one is at the very side here. Did I miss this? Oh no, this is after you open up the three, if you kill the three creatures here, you open it as the crossroads up. It's a dragon fight. Okay, yep, no, I'm good, I'm good. Cool. So Shades of the Blight, that's next up. Let's go ahead and do that. Right, so there was a fight where you had to fight the monster in the well. I'm assuming the well's closed up again because I've killed it and I don't need to be back there. That's fine. If we go into the world map and I head over to the dock towns, I can go ahead and talk to Morrigan. I think there are a couple of things that I haven't done. I did went a little bit ahead prior, but as you can see, not a great situation for the old Shadow Dragon headquarters. Everyone here has been routed. There's nobody left to speak to. There's Tash Talks for guys with the sickles. I've read this already. It's basically Tash asks about why they use sickles instead of proper weaponry, and it's because they want to injure and bleed people and create grievous wounds. They don't actually want to kill, and that pisses Tash off, which is fair. So an unclean way of fighting. Candle hop update. There are definitely more candle hops around, and they've started bringing more messages to the shop. Not one sent on purpose, but calls for help that were lost, unsent, please, that may not have been otherwise seen. Are they finding these on their own volition? Is that possible? Whatever has been done to impress them, I'm not sorry for it. And yes, plenty of bodies and murder. All these shadow dragons and corpses and naysayers, not naysayers, but people who work with them, have been collected and summary executed, and it's all over the city. As you can see, I've kind of been looking around for it. It's unpleasant. It's an unpleasant experience for Treviso. Which I haven't seen her yet.
It's bad out here. So many dead or injured after the dragon. Now Venatori grab anyone they please.
So Venatori are just purging the entire city of any type of Shadow Dragon sympathizers, and they're just nasty. What am I missing here? I've already got the item that was this way. Can't go that way. I have to go the other way. Gonna quick little sprint across the city to get there.
Come to think of it.
There's also been talks about how the Archon hasn't been talking, which I'm assuming is because of the...
Were you muttering at your coat earlier?
There were burrs on it. I don't even know when they got there.
Those little green ones? I swear if the gods blight the world, somehow those survive.
I'd put good coin on that.
I love how they drop out clothes. Like, I got birds. Like, oh god, they're everywhere, aren't they? Such a tame conversation.
Yeah.
Here we go, Venatori. Kill on sight. Let's go. Do a boop, boop, and boop. Oh, That's the one thing I like about Ned's ice magic. She will explode a person. And I am okay with that. Smash that. Oops, excuse me, coming down. Bulletin board. News vendor, hello.
People are still getting over demons pouring from the sky. Oh, what's next?
More hanged soldier, more hanged shadow dragons.
They didn't deserve this. No one does.
Sidestep through here into the docks.
And now, anything need doing? I'm always ready.
Here we go, Harding in a conversation with her contact.
Why did Morrigan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlethan?
Indeed, but today we have a guest, and he needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
He's my Inquisitor!
Remember how
I love it.
Mark and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Trevelyan, the man who led us all.
Already knows everything. Why are you here? Yeah, I don't know if this is specifically human conversations. I know that there are unique race-to-race conversation points that you can have. So Trevelyan is a noble name. Why are you here? I met him with respect.
Trevelyan? Isn't that the name of a noble family down in the south?
Yes. I remember the days before the Inquisition, when Trevelyan family politics were the most complicated part of my life. Simpler times.
I fear that simpler times are like to remain a memory, for now.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganon and Gillenane.
I don't know if you can. This is on you.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited, and about the people depending on you. I only sealed the breach because I had people like Cassandra, Liliana, and Cullen with me from the start. Without Dorian's magic and Josephine's diplomacy, we never would have come together to stop Corypheus. Years later, I had to turn the Inquisition over to Chantry control. But I never lost the friends who had gotten me through it all. Ultimately, they're the only ones you can really count on. Do right by them and you'll find your way.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do his best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. He has not been idle while you assembled your team.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south?
Elganon and Gillenane have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Orlais. Val Royeaux and Helem Chiral are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marches have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Maker, we didn't know. My mom.
So the south of Ferelden is under siege.
And your mother's safe with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might just be an arm of the Chantry now, but we've still done our part to get people to fight this threat together. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
If the south is in such turmoil, why come up here just to talk? And how did you get here so fast?
Did you think you were the only one to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians?
Morrigan helped the Inquisition use the Illuvians to travel.
While I lack the Dreadwolf's Viravus, I may still scurry between the walls of this world to be where I might do the most good. The Inquisitor asked to meet you, and I thought it might help you to meet him.
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori help make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. He brought something no one else could.
Ah, right, the Grey Wolf memories. Or the...
We've found others like
the Dreadwolf memories.
Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him, somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
I appreciate it. Solus has been helpful while he's trapped in the Fade, but anything that can help me get inside his head will help counter him getting inside mine.
Wisely spoken. Solus rarely lies directly, but he finds ways to weave the truth into a noose you find yourself wearing.
I considered Solus a friend. I'd hoped to convince him to see reason. It's too late for that now, but still. If this can give you some insight, help you understand him, whatever it turns out to be, I hope that it helps.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
It's funny, there's a very bespoke conversation if you're all dwarves. They'll be like, leave it to the dwarves to fix our Elden, right, guys? Right, dwarves? Yeah! It's just that weird camaraderie. I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Right, change the wind. So we have a bunch of stuff that happened at the lighthouse. There's gonna be a ton of exposition as we head there now. Just fast travel, no big deal.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weisshaupt. Everyone except us, seems like. Guess the First Warden holds a grudge.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
The other archdemons are dead. Only Razikael and Lucican live. So which one is it?
No one has a good look yet. Makes it hard to tell. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Siege of Weisshaupt. Before we can go ahead and talk to a bunch of people and get things squared. So ton of missions to set up. I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. Which one's this one? This one is Regrets of the Dreadwolf. This is all the memories they have. We'll do that last. Let's go ahead and touch up on Emmerich real quick, and then we'll do a quick clockwise heart to heart with everybody we can. Woo. Sorry about that.
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
Okay. Necropolis walk with our boy Emmerich. Whee! Jump. go left. Go ahead and talk to... Oh, Belara.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did. Sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
I don't like this thing.
Also that. It's kind of mean.
What's happening? Show the boss.
You should remind that thing who's in charge.
That's an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Probably just tell them what to do.
Right. Don't waste time on them, just get to the point. Let's try it. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenar, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me.
Anaris?
And to him, I shall someday return.
You mean the Forgotten
The
One?
evil gods?
I cannot say.
Evil gods?
Good point. It came later.
All right, give me the whole cinch.
What do you mean by it came later?
Oh, I meant later after Elvenon fell. We didn't call them the Forgotten Ones till after that. They were the bad gods. Disease, pestilence, weren't supposed to speak their names. Not like the good gods, you know, Elgernon, Gillenane. But now we know the truth about the Evanuris. So we don't know for sure what the Forgotten Ones were, I mean. They used to say Solus was one, so best case scenario, like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Archive, tell me about the Evanuris.
A group of cowards, hiding behind their more powerful magic and superior numbers. Their jealousy of Anaris was palpable. Their war is unending. But Anaris will prevail.
Archive, tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris, he will spare a thought for Fen'Harel.
You have a chance to learn more about your people. Go for it. Just be careful. And try not to break anything.
Right. Thanks, Rook.
All thanks must be given to Anaris, for he will cast down the oppressive Evanuris and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay long.
It's my time to go.
Appreciate the support.
Ugh. I was like, oh, it's like one of those little AIs from the Citadel, and then it's just infinitely more annoying because it just panders to a god. Like, remember, don't forget to thank the evil god for all the things that you've gotten. Anyway. Oh, hello.
Spite says there's a strange echo in this room. Only we cannot hear it. The wisps like it, but it's not why they're here.
Oh, good.
Because they're here for her, because she's fine. Lay her down. Let's see. Next up is Tash.
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them.
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine.
Look at everybody, hands on their hips.
So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Oh, I know this isn't about Tash.
what's going on?
I know this is about Nev
Something's
wearing
really bothering
stuff.
My bet's on mothers and dresses.
It's just something my mother said the other day. That I act more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
It's not about the dress. What's going on, dude?
This isn't about the dress, is it?
No, it's... I don't know. She always says stuff like that. About how I dress, how I act.
And?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
If you don't want to talk about it anymore, we won't. But whatever this is, this team is here for you.
I still don't know what this is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at. I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
Cute. Alright, and then we go on to talk to... Davin. Davin? He's got something to say.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do.
Oh, son.
Now and then.
So cute.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Squawk. That'd be rude. Nice parenting skills.
Well, you get high marks for effort.
He's toying with me. So what brings you by?
Nice to have a fellow warden on the team. Our paths may not have crossed at Weisshaupt, but we have one experience in common.
Ah, the joining.
The moment they handed us a chalice with archdemon blood.
And the moment we took a sip.
What were we thinking?
My head was exploding. You tell me.
I was thinking, what's happening? I'm dead and don't know it.
I did know it, and I was pissed. If I was going to die drinking, why couldn't it be 100-year-old brandy?
And the first warden drank it all.
Good times.
Yeah. Though I can't say I've got it all worked out, being a warden.
Feeling lost?
Sometimes I think about the calling. You hear stories about other wardens who have left for theirs. Here, warden. Thanks for your service. Now enjoy the creepy sound in your head.
But don't worry, that's just an archdemon calling out to Darkspawn.
And before you succumb to that nasty blood you drank way back, how about you spend your final days in the deep roads?
And take a few Darkspawn up while you're at it.
Nice knowing you.
Can't imagine why you'd be feeling lost.
Yeah, there's no great Grey Warden retirement plan.
What's the problem with our illustrious leader? Is the first warden always a pain, or is it me?
A bit of both. You know he's all about discipline.
And I'm not.
Well...
Okay, so maybe I like to keep things loose.
And the first warden wants everything lashed down tight. I can see why you might feel a little lost.
Well, I find out we've secretly raised griffins this whole time, and you get to play with them. How did I miss that meeting?
Nothing personal. I only got called in when the Gloomhowler showed up.
I can't say I've ever been found.
Wouldn't be a great warden if you were. We're all looking for somewhere to fit in.
Not exactly the army of legend.
Legend in the making. You go to war with the army you have.
Weisshaupt will come through.
Along with a very noisy griffin who'll squawk the enemy to death.
No armor can withstand that.
Don't encourage him.
Won't happen again. See you two around.
Cute. I just realized that he hangs around a bunch of terrariums in his own facilities. What's the word? In his own room. I just wonder what does he keep in these terrariums? Skulls, more skulls. Not great, but kind of cool. All right, look, these terrariums will look better looking later. Anything else in his room that I can figure out? He's got himself a proper bed, some skulls, nothing much else, and of course a bird. So cute. Carvings as well. Don't jump off the cliff. That's bad. Anything else that I'm missing right now? Conversation pieces. Right. I have to go talk to party. Whee! Don't need steps if I could just vault over them. Woo! Ooh, cute. That's a little pond in the middle. Very nice.
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
The Shaperate didn't like me asking about Shaper Volta, or harassing people with talk of dwarven magic.
Screw him.
Who cares what they say? That shouldn't stop you.
I don't have a choice. At least I know I'm not gonna find answers in Orzammar.
So what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Huh?
There is another great Tig, the original capital of the dwarves, Kalsharak. It was lost during the First Blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds of years. They re-emerged, some 20 years ago?
And you think they're closer to the stone?
Orzammar can't help. What have I got to lose?
Are you sure Orzammar isn't hiding something?
Pressing them for information would be tricky. I could anger someone important. If Kalsharak doesn't turn out, I can go back to poking at Orzammar. But not before then.
I'm curious about Kalsharak's isolation.
The dwarves took heavy losses during the First Blight. To stop the Darkspawn from overrunning them, they closed off passages in the deep roads. Those that could retreated to Orzammar. Kalsharak was lost. They abandoned the city and its people, sealed them away with the Darkspawn.
There must have been another way. What they did was monstrous.
Can you?
Okay, maybe not that bad.
Trapped, knowing death was coming.
But they didn't die. The rumors.
That the dwarves of Kalsharak had to change to survive? No one's really sure what that means exactly.
When we find them, you can ask. How do we get in touch with these Kalsharak dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Cool. So we can go ahead and visit the people at Kalsharak. That being done and said and done, I can go ahead and talk to Solus if I want to. Maybe I won't. I think I want to go do a bunch of these side quests really quick. Pinnacle of its kind. Visit the caves at Shark's Mouth. Don't do that one yet. What else do I have left? Hearts of Corruption. Statuettes. In the lighthouse. We'll do that next. Let's go ahead and do some of these companion side quests first. Get a little glimpse into the... Excuse me. get into a glimpse to see what's it all about with sorry, let's go review the memories, Solus's memories, before we go talk to him in the Fade. Let's go ahead to Necropolis first. Bring Emmerich and Nev. Sundering Detonation. Do you have anything that does not Sundering? Is there a primary that you have? You have Apply Weakened, you have Detonate Sunder. Not a great combination. That kind of blows. Let's keep it this way. It's fine. We're only going to be there for a hot sec. It's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and go this way. Do a quick wharp. Look at these skellies doing the business. Oops, excuse me, sir. Aha. What's behind here? Let us go, Emmerich.
Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down.
Oh,
very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
He's so cute.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
Creepy. Neat. Solid lesson.
No one's going to seize the day for you.
Just so. That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Tja. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue. No, just sidestep the fact that we've been casually enabling hauntings. All right, cool.
So, what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to light the candle, Rook? Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon. I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
Do you know, I never expected that the door we found back in the Vault of the Beloved would lead here.
So the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle?
I will. I'm just gonna quickly loot everything I can spy. Don't mind me, just casual looting. Casual looting. Don't mind me. Creating items I see. Casual looting. Where is this lovely chest? Is it upstairs? Probably up there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Come back. Give me a minute. Sorry. Casual looting. Gold. I'm assuming I can come back to the gardens whenever I want, but I'd rather get... Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good sign. I can come back to... Just in case I can't, I'm just going to see if I can perform this right now. I can. Oh. I will perform rights when I gosh darn feel like it. Till then, Looty McLooty. Vessels. Polished goods. Don't mind me. Taking a small tithe for the greater good. Don't mind me. Oh. Oh, nailed it. See that sick jump? Can I, please? All that trouble for 13 gold. Worth it. Sorry, I came with you. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry. See here, a watcher's duty. A little known about Navarra. It's a little known outside of Navarra that while the term mortalitasi has come to refer to every necromancer from our kingdom, we join different circles and orders within it. The Morn Watch alone has the privilege of overseeing the Grand Necropolis. Who would fight alone? We would fight beyond death itself to fulfill our obligations to the funeral dead, which is why it was so appalling when Nev asked, so what really goes on here all day? The interment and preservation of the entire kingdom's dead is a monumental undertaking. Surely she doesn't believe we idle our hours away. Perhaps Nev imagined something more sinister. I've noticed our investigator from Devinter stares longest into the shadows. Virtue's diary. I mean... I can go into the nitty-gritty of just, like, the awfulness of certain, aspects of, what's the word? People who, preserve the dead, so to speak. Ooh, a Left's candle hop. You're interesting. A Devinter candle hop, picked up by a necromancer on holiday. Its enchantments are unraveled, but perhaps it's been around for sentimental reasons. Oh, I have a spare missive. 1 second. Follow up on the Snake's Nest. Do you remember the Linus Prosper? The Snake's Nest owed her everything he did for that demonic deal. He thought it would save his kid. After we found Linus, I asked around. Linus has been raising Reggie alone. Didn't want the kid to fend for himself. Before the end, Linus sent Reggie to stay with a friend. The friend wasn't expecting the arrangement to be long-term, but they're willing to give the kid a home. The news wasn't easy to break, but he has people looking out for him. I didn't find evidence of demons around or lingering blood magic on Reggie. The demon's interest in the family appears broken for now, but the Shadow Dragons will keep an eye just in case. Thank you again for helping me, Killian. The Shadow Dragon healer says I'm well mended. We've worked together to map routes through the blighted parts of the catacombs. A few more wardens have arrived as well. Between the Grey Wardens and the Shadow Dragons, we'll clear the tunnels of Darkspawn. We're in this together, all over Thetis. Wherever the fight takes you next, I believe you and your friends will find a way through. The blights will be stopped. Plural blights. Messenger from the front. Rook, through the circumstances prompting our meeting, were perhaps not what either of us would have chosen. I'm glad we did meet. I did hear of you from Varric, of course, and Harding spoke and continues to speak highly of you. However, the greatest vote of confidence came from Morrigan. She's always had a knack for spotting those who might shift the foundations of the world, even if they don't know it yet. So it was she who suggested we meet, and as always, heeding her counsel proved the wisest decision. Unfortunately, I send grim tidings. The echoes of Solace's ritual and the escape of the gods ring across the south, and the smell of war is heavy in the air. In Orlais, a splinter faction of nobility has made common cause with the Venatori and launched an assault on both the royal forces and Orlais and the border keeps of Ferelden. Antam corsairs harassing shipping outside of Ostwick, and in the far south wilds, Blighted has emerged once more. Darkspawn in great numbers have been spotted near the ruins of Ostagar. But I told you to leave the south to me, and I stand by that. I share this news not to ask for help, but to remind you that you and your people are not alone. The gods stir up the greatest evils in Thedas, and it is people who stand stalwart and resolute. Take care of the gods in the north, and I'll make sure the south handles itself. And when this is over, we'll drink to victory. First rounds on me. Yours truly, the Inquisitor. Good stuff. Anything else that I've missed? Eve, hello. Welcome to my stream. I am currently on a lovely little walk around. You're gonna watch on the second monitor. Okay, no worries. I had a heart attack this morning when I started playing. It looked like all my game files had been like lost. Then I realized that was on Joyce's account, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense. So for an hour, I panicked as I was trying to like do everything I could to retrieve my lost data, but all I needed to do was switch accounts. Anyway, here now. I'm walking around with Emmerich. He's a lovely, charming necromancer who's been taking me through the Necropolis Gardens and kind of like talking about how how Navarra kind of like treats their dead, where that they keep them just in one giant necropolis. And it's been pretty nice so far. Emmerich has a cute butler skeleton named Manfred, and I love him endlessly because he's great and cute. Love it. But yeah, we'll continue on here, I guess. I teared up a little bit because I was reading a letter from the Inquisitor from the Inquisition games, which was me in that game. And he's just saying, like, hey, whole world's counting on you. I'm like, cool. Thanks, me from 10 years ago. Anyway, let's light this candle, and then Emmerich will tell us more about this particular grave.
Ha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants?
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
Thanks, Emmerich.
This way, Rook.
Okay, sorry, excuse me.
You're right about the
How many hours would you have lost?
The necropolis has its dangers, but
30.
these places are a refuge for the dead.
30 hours
How many
lost.
people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question.
At that point, just roll over and die.
You sense it?
Yeah, Navarra is also the home of my romance from Inquisition, Cassandra. She is a Navarran Templar. Which is funny because nobody here shares her accent.
Candles as well. Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
The Grey Wardens have some unusual traditions too.
Oops, spooky sounds.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me.
Let's see, what do we have here? Some of the ghosts are here.
Ah,
oh, Wisp
here.
Hello, Wisp. Move along now. Your department, Emmerich. Hi. As far as we know, I've been told that wisps here aren't evil. They're just very curious, right? Say hello.
Hi. Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but we've one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Cute.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Yeesh.
Oh.
Great segue, Rook.
Building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Apologize. Your parents. That sounds terrible.
Belated condolences, if that's worth anything.
Always. We move on, as we must, but those long nights linger about the shadows.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. When I first arrived here, I was terrified.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead.
Oh, Manfred! The little skull. You'll see him in a minute. He's got a little backpack and golden little eyes.
Light the next candles, if you would.
The jeweled eyes.
There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality.
Every young mage uses a hobby. I decided did bodies.
This magnificent gloom and its rites. I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before.
If this had been the real world and he's like, oh, I just found dead bodies fascinating, I'd be like, red flag. I mentioned before that, oh God, there's some really troubling statistics around like, there's really troubling statistics around like SA and corpses and men. And it's just like there's a lot of like reasoning why people are constantly, oh God, how do I put this gently? There's reasons why people are constantly reviewed for what they're doing when their occupation is like mortuary, right? I'll pull the stats sometime else, but God, it always makes me like shiver, just like, oh, that's disgusting. Anyway, here's Manfred. He's cute, and he's not a terrible person.
Candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body.
Yes, he's taken so well to it. Haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell.
Look at Manfred. He's so cute. Just happy to be here. Look at him. He's got his little backpack. His kind of like googly eyes. So cute. I love him. You can play rock, paper, scissors with him when you're inside the lighthouse. Now, before I hit the bell, I'm just going to pillage this wonderful place. What is it? Flawless jewel, some heartwood. Perfect. After that, there's a cliff edge where you can jump off of, which I'm assuming is there on purpose, but I'm not going to ask why. And let's go ahead and ring the bell. Beep boop. I said beep boop. Is that it?
Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
Hello? Ooh, hello. Hello. Ooh. Okay. Hello?
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good watcher, faith kept in all our hearts.
What was...
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Oh, we do it every day.
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, on sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered.
Yay. Tea time.
Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
In a graveyard? No, that's not that. Very thoughtful.
That sounds great. Thanks.
Tea in a graveyard. I mean,
mind letting man
could be weirder.
He does so love seeing the steam rise from the cups.
Hey, Project Wesson. Just finishing up Emmerich's little side quest here, having tea in a graveyard. While performing rites at the necropolis, Emmerich confessed that he's always been haunted by a fear of his own mortality. The rites brought him peace, however, it left him with an even greater resolve to face the perils of the world above. And we got a new metal-plated focus, which I believe is his keepsake, which means I can equip it and have no worries about replacing anything critical. And then we had some tea with Manfred. I love him, Manfred. He is so great. Right, and then that allows us some time to explore the graveyard a little bit. The bell's inscription here says, "Rising now the evening star, the counterweight to hail desire. Feel the old year's clutching toll, mark the banking of the fire." Is this a clue? Can I do something with it? I cannot. All right, there are a few items here that I did in fact not grab. I kind of want to take a looky-loo. Yeah, tea in a graveyard. I mean, I was like, the fact that Emmerich was like, I'm not gonna be like, Emmerich, you're weird, why would you do this? It's just like, I'm in Navarra, so while in Navarra, do what Navarrans do, you know? Okay, what's this? This one says, Death's new bounty blooms awake, wrapped in silken morning sighs, golden in your newfound birth, flame eternal in your eyes. I'm assuming these are clues on how to open an item or something, but let's see here. Scrawled note, failure, each cutting withers when I attempt to replant it above the necropolis. Somewhere along the ages we created soil that breeds plants poisoned by sun. Such a pity. Would have enjoyed a cluster of moon lilies by my little potted garden. I like this one. This one looks really nice. Very nice aesthetic. Some spirits. I'm running over people's graves. I apologize. That wasn't my intention. My bad. This one says, fire on sands above, stir the breath and paint the skies. Insect flocks, golden vaults, shepherd, wake, and red hawks cry. Can I do anything with these tools? No, they're just inscriptions. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger the fast travel here, and if I remember correctly, this lovely little wisp should be able to frostblown, dark before the dawn, sightless gulf of endless sleep. No sound murmurs through the mind, nothing turns within.
It's a meditative puzzle on the echoes of our actions.
You know the solution?
It needs to be discovered if it's to have any meaning.
All right.
We just follow the, okay, so here we go. If we follow the wisp, we should be able to hit those bells and unlock the items that are here. Do that real quick. Here you are.
Right away.
Okay, and then the wisp will jump, and we'll follow her to the next them to the next bell. Here? It jumped here, and now I don't know where it went. I'm assuming it's this one.
Certainly.
Okay, so I was just gonna go to the direction in which I need to go. That's okay by me. Right. Anyway, have you played Dragon Age, folks? Anyone here big Dragon Age fans? This is my first playthrough. I've done so carefully to not spoil myself. But one thing that I'm kind of holding out on that will probably make me cry is when I see my romance letter. My Inquisitor's romance will send a letter to the Inquisitor, which I can read, and it's kind of like very...
That opened up something.
Very personal, and I want to cry because mine is Cassandra. So I've not seen that. I've not seen that. Oops, no, not here. I've not seen that particular note spring forth in my. Oh, did I finish it? So I did. I have not seen that note spoiled for me, and so I am very, very looking forward to seeing it proper. Okay. Memento jar. Oh, an organ jar. Not much. Ooh, precious decay ring. Oh, this is mostly for necrotic. I'm a fire-based warrior, unfortunately. Small general area. Okay, did I miss out? Did I forget? I feel like I have not finished this puzzle because I keep seeing these blue lights shoot up. So I'm gonna go see if I can find what I have missed. So this is golden. Unless I'm right, unless I've done it, and then I'm just crazy now. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like the wisp should appear to unlock a certain gateway that I noticed previously. Jump this now. I might have messed up. All here. Let me see if I can find one with sigils.
Like most Navaran mages, I hope it's not a concern.
We'll find out.
Your own practice. Your work must find you in dangerous corners. Your experience with blood magic.
You want to know if I've tried it myself?
Well, in so many words.
Never have, never would.
Yeah, the two mages in my party are just like, I like necromancy, and she's like, I like ice magic, and necromancy is weird, and he's just like, it's not that weird, and she's like, no, it's very weird. Dropping by to say hi for myself and a mutual. Oh, well, thanks for coming by. Hope you're having a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Yeah. Oh, fun story. I went before you leave. I went to my staff party at Coalition, and I ended up doing some seriously fun shit, and then I ended up getting some cool swag. Not one of which is I got myself a full ass Lancer, baby. Anyway, that's gonna be hung up on my wall somewhere later. So that's a little fun stuff that happened for me on Friday. I hope you have a good weekend, y'all. Staff parties, gaming staff parties are freaking wild. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Ooh, what's this?
Just a casual inquiry.
Mother? Haven't seen you for... won't forget. By the fireplace. You too. Love you.
Oh. It's a cute little thing. All right, I need to make double sure that I have finished this proper. Ooh, here is a side door that I can blow open. And this leads to a lovely little aside. Fantastic, good stuff. A chastened effigy, some weave, and another corpse.
Is that a cloud inside?
Oh, grave mist isn't a wine. It's magically infused vapors captured near tombs where spirits dwell.
Yum.
I don't partake myself, but it's supposedly quite invigorating.
Oh, good to know. I did not realize you could drink was it spirit juice? That's cool. I guess. Navarro's a weird place. The Necropolis is a weird place. Hopefully I get a chance to check out check out some of the gaming industry at some point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're looking, I don't know what your focus is right now, but plenty of weirdly gaming touches almost every space. Like you'll need almost everything, from event planners to HR to technical abilities and management. You'd be surprised how many people who just come from like random management backgrounds will go to gaming industries as kind of like managers there. In reality, like all you have to really do to be a manager is be good at managing things and just being good with people, which is like the 90% of the job. Which is harder than you think. I say that like very passively, but it is a technique that people have to learn. Okay, so this one has 3 plus 2, that's 5. Where is the other one? Where did I miss it? This one has 5 as well. Am I missing something? I feel like I missed something. I know there is a door that will... Oh! Is this the door that unlocked? Looks like it is. I think we got it. Memory. Lovely bundle of herbs. Plumed plate mail for Tash, which gives you detonating dragons, adds a stack of affliction. It's pretty good. And a lovely piece of... Oh, the Randy Dowager Quarterly. Hell yeah. This is the in-game this is the in-game smut review magazine. It says a strangely ethereal quarterly missive of a suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager greets the temperate without temperance, collecting the uncommon vigor mortis, being a spirited necromance quite beyond the pale. Veils have never been so thin as the question of where one goes is overshadowed by how often one might arrive. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says, a plot that gives itself away in the end, but when the mood is right, who among us hasn't? 3 scarves fluttering in shock out of 5. I love the Randy Dowager. It's so stupid. Here are the other ones. Randy Dowager Quarterly, Volume 1. A dog-eared and underlined quarterly missive of suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager battens down with the collected ties of the Archon, being a yarn of leaders entangled in passions unraveled and status reversed by court and cord. A tightly woven exploration of empire straining at its borders. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says, well bound, as was the issue. 4 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5, if only to reserve 1 for the wrists. It's a Tevinter Shibari smut I guess story. So good. Joyce, did you want to read some of these Randy Dowager Quarterlies with me really quick? I heard you reading it. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3 is the Randy Dowager welcomes the both season and heat of reprinting of Their Nightly Needs, being a wartime tale that of lines crossed, blows traded, and love's promise to bridge any separation with cunning intent. A timely tale of tensions between soldiers coming together. The Randy Dowager, exhibition for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says, historically questionable, but one does prefer the relief of a happy ending for those who shy from politics but little else. 3 scarves fluttering in shock out of 5. And then the Randy Dowager 4. The Randy Dowager welcomes the shortened days with the longing of the collected two-telling tales, being a story of rocking between hard places, first seeking escape, but ultimately finding release. Then probably a third bear man shows up. Exhibitions for the noble of thought but prescribed of step. The lady herself says strains credulity and modesty in equal measure, but where it better to suspend disbelief than upon rising passions for scarves fluttering out of shock out of 5. God, I love this. It's probably my favorite little thing in this the whole game, is just finding these random missives, random quarterlies. All right. It's all squared away. Right, here was the chest that I couldn't retrieve that I saw on the minimap. So I think we're squared away here. I'm gonna do a quick little map check. Right, no, I still need to find the wisp for this, because there is a wisp that I need to use to unlock door this way. Unless it's already opened. It's already open. Just double check here real quick. Is this the exit? Let me just double check here. Map says this is not the exit. This is in fact a brand new sector. Have I opened these? Right, I did open this. I got all my items out of here, and that's done. Let me just make double sure that in fact I didn't miss anything. Section here opens up as well. I blew open the door here to find a corpse and some money. Then I keep going this way. Up this, I found this corpse as well. Ooh, seems to have changed shapes. Okay, it's done on this side. That's done on this side. That's closed. This leads nowhere. Perfect. If I just jump this and not skewer myself on the gates, maybe we should do that. There we go. Do a quick little crisscross here. Nothing on this end except a cliff face, which is weird. Don't know why they'd have this, but okay. Going. Oh! No. I've already done this. Quick little rugamaroo. There's no more highlighted, bells, so I'm gonna just call it. Right, so this door was the one that opened up. I think this was the prize for having those gates open. All right, cool. We are squared and ready to go. There is a boss fight here that I could attempt to fight, but I am severely under level for it, so I'm not going to do that just yet. Instead, I'm going to go back to the world and instead refocus on Harding. We're going to go ahead and see what's good on that end. I'm going to bring Harding and Nev. They should have some decent coverage here. She applies Sundering and she detonates Sundering, which is great. I'm going to double check to see how Harding's setup is in terms of weapons. She has a attack target deals 300 damage versus staggered. That's great. Attack my target deals 300 damage if it's the first time it's used during the encounter. Attack my target deals health. Let's stick with the stagger, because that's the way we roll. She has her secrets and motives keepstakes, 20% critical damage, and increase on bleeding damage if a stack, and adds a stack of bleeding. Perfect. And then she has her armor. Her best one is 50% sundered duration and deals 50% damage versus sundered enemies. Perfect. And then she has a dwarven key, which gives her a potion and a 10% chance to gain it back. She also has gain precision for the first time Harding using an ability. She has a Bianca bolt. Just go with that one. And then let's just check here. Detonates overwhelmed. That's perfect, because I use overwhelmed a lot. This applies sunder. And then she has a healing ability. Do I want the healing ability or do I want the seismic ability? Deals high stagger to disrupt enemies. No, it's fine. I'm the disruptor here. I don't need to worry about that. And then she has a eternal hymn. Harding's keen eye and sharp intuition gives her the talent to chart new paths throughout dangerous territory. Okay. That should be fine. So apply sundering, detonate sundering, applies weakened. Cool. So this is a great combination because I can apply and detonate in tandem with everybody. Perfect. All right. Confirm party.
Thanks for coming, Rook. I hope the Kalsharok dwarves have some answers.
So we are going into Kalsharok. This is a group of dwarves from the capital city that was segregated or separated when they destroyed the deep roads during the first blight. I don't recall being here in Dragon Age Origin. They said it was 20 years ago, and so I'm trying to remember what I 20 years ago when I first played Dragon Age, what Kal Sharok's all about. But these are just dwarves that did not survive the blight initially and are just been like segregated for a while. And then I do remember Orzammar, but not this one. Let's go see if I can remember by doing. Ooh, spooky deep roads. It's been a while since I've been to the deep roads. I don't remember it being so spooky. And so like unstable, but okay. Let's just do a quick little travel here. Some collected pure ores and some dwarven coin. Good. Oh my god, dark stalkers. Or deep stalkers. Do that, and then we'll have combo up. Ooh, you're a pack leader. Interesting. Bonk. Let's see if we can hold you to it. Put you back into it. Wow!
It's your turn.
I don't remember them being so prickly.
Made it through.
Ooh, a legendary rune out of that? How did I get a legendary rune out of that? What? Some random freaking creature comes up, drops some epic loot. Okay. Let's double check my character really quick. So I have Fortify, which gives me invulnerability. This new one called Withstand gives me immovable, which means I cannot be affected by physical reactions and interruptions, which is great, but Fortify is better. Pure invincibility is better. Right, I think all my combinations and my fighting is really, really good. I think this is a really good combination. I like this fight. I like this combination. I spent like an hour trying to figure out how to respec my character. And so far, I've realized that hit hard, hit fast, and light people on fire is pretty much spot on.
I'm supposed to meet someone named Stalgard? He told me to come here. He seemed nice in his message.
Wait, we're going to see some random man you met online? Okay, well, you know what? We're here now. It's not like I can stop it. Also, if you haven't noticed, Nev here is my preferred romance for this run, next up to Balara. If you haven't, Balara is like a very neurotic, elvish veil jumper. So she's like really techie, everything has to be right, it has to be the right this way and that way. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. And but she's very adorable. And then Nev is the smooth kind of like noir private investigator from Minrathis. I like her a lot too.
Actually know who or what this Stalgard is.
A new friend, I hope.
Yeah, she's just like, we're gonna meet the Stalgard. He seemed nice, and I'm like, this man you met on the internet, we're going to see randomly. Okay, you know, we're already here. At least you brought friends. This could have gone sideways so fast. Ooh, what's this? A random ladder that goes into the bottom of a pit. Surely nothing wrong could happen. Surely. Walk on down here. Woo, chest. Hello, nurse. What's in you, my friend? The Wings of Retribution. It says deflect 3 deflects maximum stacks. Deflects now absorb only 40% damage, but you gain deflect on perfect defenses. That's not bad. But I like this one better. Yeah, smash abilities gain. Do I have smash? Smash abilities. Do I have any smash abilities? Hold on. Wings of Retribution sound good, but I just realized I'm carrying a item that doesn't really work with my build right now. Let me just double check. So if I go into my save state, or go into my state here, and I just double check. So this one is a smash. Nope, never mind. Smash control, area control, strike control. I do have smash control. Perfect. Also, yes, this is Balara. She's cute. I love her. She's neurotic, and I think she's amazing. And then Nev. Oops. And then there's Nev. Yep, those are the two romances. The two major contenders here. Alright, let's see.
We're supposed to meet Stalgard here.
Oh, Lord. It's a trap! Come on, nerds.
Whatever you say.
Now then, stop.
On your way.
Alright, quick sweep.
To be Stalgard.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Stalgard, you better be cool. Oh, damn, that's some sick armor. Shit. Oh, shit, he's cool.
Stalgard?
Yes. Lace Harding, of the Inquisition.
Wait, how do you know about...
And this is the one they call Rook? A Tevinter mage.
So you've heard of us?
You have brought a strange assortment to our gates, Lace Harding.
Thanks for meeting with us.
Let's be nice. It's the first time we've talked to the Kalsharok dwarves.
Address. It is not necessary. Tell me what you wish.
I'm looking for someone touched by the ancients. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes. She has been waiting for you. Follow, and keep your weapons ready. The roads are dark. The creatures there even more so.
Before I leave, I kind of want to check things out. Can we stop for a moment? Oh my god. Grab some items. There's a chest here that I very much need to grab.
Right.
So we're using the stones here and the ability that Harding has to navigate up. And ooh, a chest. What's in here? It is a lovely serpentile tail item. Deals cold damage and stagger. Attack my target, deals 50 cold damage to nearby enemies. Oh. I still prefer her current Scepter. That's fine. Anything else that I'm missing here? Nope, I don't think so. I think we're good.
You are staring.
What? No.
You want to know if you can see the corruption you hear we carry?
Sorry. I shouldn't have.
These are the Kalsharok dwarves. Again, I've never really met them. I don't remember them very much. Kalsharok abides. What's this mean? The blight is always present. We endure it. As we endure so many other dangers, we have our ways, and Kalsharok thrives. This statue of Ortan, debated. Retrieved from the bottom of the mineshaft in section 12. There are ongoing arguments about who the statue depicts. Possibilities include one of the ancient Ortans, or Kevin Brubok, who enjoyed a short period of fame after inventing the flushing cistern, and then failed to receive Paragon status. This guy is renowned for making the toilet. Apparently, it was his, and not given the prestige of basically Paragon status of like you effectively changed our society radically. That kind of feels shitty. It's like I made the flushing toilet. I revolutionized the world, and you were like, eh.
Have you seen my chisel? The one that's pointed, the one that looks like a wedge, or the tiny one?
The tiny one that's pointed.
Oh, check your pockets.
I'm not gonna lie, these Kalsharok dwarves have some badass fucking armor. Just like, I'm thinking like 300 levels of just like, oh, you want just like flat abs all the time? Just just wear the armor.
I feel like I'm being watched in that.
Sorry, I'm just body slamming every single pot and pan I see here because that's what you do. It's very Zelda mechanics where every little crate you destroy can possibly yield you some items. So there's that. I'm not following the guy like I said I would because I am curious. Oh, this door's cracked. Fortunate. Boxes though. Got some Imperial weave and hardwood out of that. Very nice. And what's this? Another item. Don't mind if I do. A brooch, mineral clay, statue of Aegon Winter's Breath, received from level 3, section 4, and restored to original form. Scholars believe this to be a representation of Paragon Aegon Winter's Breath. So this is though it seems like Kalsharak dwarves are kind of like trying to rebuild. So they're retrieving all the statues and stuff that they lost. Seems interesting. Shows that they're in a really good place. Like attempt. Guys fighting. Another, yeah, broken down section. Right, because they destroyed a lot of the entrances to stop the blight from coming in. So they're probably trying to
Much of a
retrieve.
choice.
Sorry, let's go this way. Don't mind me.
I spent a year in Osberg.
I didn't know you were an observer. What was that like?
The unseen. We kept Kalsharak's secrets centuries past as we watched the world both above and beneath the earth. Those who met us never knew who they met. Okay. So it sounds like they sent out spies. Just to be like, do we really want to be like part of this again? Oops, some more items. Lucky Anvil Memento. Kardek's Memory, Guide My Hammer to Inspiration. A stone replica of the anvil of Kardek Ironsinger. Kalsharak's Paragon of Smithing. Placed near forges as a lucky charm. Neat. Some weave. Nothing else up here. Hardwood. Some delirium dust.
I always found it strange how much Orzamar's people
There's some conversation about Orzammar, dwarf politics. Dwarves who frequent the upper world are shunned for the most part. Too good to be too good to stay under the ground. Oops, almost fell right off the cliff. Don't worry about me. Just oopsie doodling around. Rain? That's water coming from the sky. It's crazy. Water was warm. It's nuts. Oh, that's so cute. I like the fact that dwarves who've stayed under the earth all their lives, experiencing the outside world, is kind of a fun thing to watch. Some of them are just like, this is great. I love it. Some of them are like, the sky is huge and I hate it. I don't want to go. The agoraphobia, I think it's called. When you're just afraid of wide open spaces.
What do you mean you're like the Darkspawn?
You, a Grey Warden, are like them so you can defeat them. We are like them so we can survive them. Kalsharok was abandoned to its fate many generations ago, when the Darkspawn first came. We lost many, some to the corruption, some by their own hand, and some found another way. Atuva Galta Satot. The stone is colder than death, as they
The
say.
wardens will be welcome here, once the outpost is re-established.
Wasn't this a trading outpost before? Do you intend to use it for trade again?
Oh, no. That sort of lyrium trade was done generations ago. The Kalsharok do not require trade to survive in these times.
Okay, so Kalsharak has found a way to be self-sufficient. Great. There's a Grey Warden here, so that's a good sign. Ooh, that's not a good sign. What is that? A lot of corpses. Oh, that's Blight. Let's see if we can get this guy down. Bring the fire!
Nice one.
I think we handled that quite easily. I do like the new fire ability. The original one is like you banana slam on the ground, right? Like a fucking luchador. You just like pound the ground 3 times and then elbow drop, and it does a big old AoE damage, which is great. But now that I have a fire build, my ult stacks so much better.
This goes on forever, doesn't it? People get lost in the catacombs.
Not far now.
Is Stalgard voiced by Matt Mercer too? There's like 3 characters I think voiced by Matt Mercer right now. One of which is Manfred the skeleton, I think. Like 90% side character Matt Mercer's. Alright, oh, this is a very icky place.
It grows too quickly these days, and it feels different.
You can feel the blight?
Many from Kalsharok can, somewhat. Long story. The corruption here has its root elsewhere. Destroy it, and this growth will become vulnerable.
Destroy the source of the blight growths? We can do that.
I will stay on guard here.
Alright, blight puzzle. Oops, hip check on these boards for some currency. We got something.
Lift stuck. Looks like a rock wedged in the mechanism.
I might be able to help with that.
Alright, where's the rock here? There we go.
Got it.
Fixed. Nailed it. First time. One over this side. Do a quick little spin check to make sure this is all secure. Looks good. Nothing of value. Other side is also have nothing of value. So I'll just go straight across this way. Some items of value. Let's keep an eye open for all these lovely pieces of jewelry and items. Oh, maybe I lied. Maybe there was a good place there. If I step down this way. Maybe if I drop down this way first. Lovely statuette. Paragon Metez. Paragon Metez Select fought alongside the twin Therese during the desolation of Kalsharok. Therese perished while Metez lived. There is, however, more than one way to die. Oh, he didn't take his sibling dying very well. Alright, so I'll go down this way. This was the right way to go down. A lovely chest. Yoink. Gives me a lovely crafter's trappings or Davrin. Enemies remain weakened when detonated, but cannot be detonated again. Alright. Okay. Honestly, I feel like I probably should have put Davrin in with this party because we're fighting a lot of Darkspawn. But I need Nev to like me more. So I need her in my party. I've made it excruciatingly hard to romance her because I've neglected to save her city over another person's city because I based it off of like factual, like a facts, not on like feeling. And so she's become hardened, which means her abilities do some substantially better attacks. Her attacks are substantially harder, but it's a lot more difficult to romance her because she's bitter. But god damn it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. So this is all squared away. Here is where the light seems to be sourced from. Ugh, all these tentacles. Items, items, items. There's seems to go upstairs. Oops, got stuck on these tableaus. Some items here in the back. A mournful band. Nah, gives you a revival charge, not a big deal. Bits of gold and currency. Ooh, shiny. But nothing I can use.
I bet it's this way.
Left, there is a half-created hallway that leads to a dead end with some items behind it. To the right, another passage hidden. Leading to another dead end with some items. Sorry. Okay. Further down the passage. This crack in the wall. And we are in the main deep roads. The left is some bad news. To the right is also some bad news. Let's do right first. So there's some blight over here. Passage that's been ruined and clocked.
Eyes open.
Oops.
Nice moves.
Get this squared away with, shall we? Blight behind here. I'm gonna smash it. Can I not smash it? Guess we'll have to just figure it out, won't we? What are we missing? Follow the lines. That's one. Come on. There we go. Just needed to aim a little higher up. Pia! Nailed it. Anything else here? Can I not gravitate upwards a little bit? I can here. There we go. That'll leave that stone open.
I'm on it.
There we go. Up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Skitter, skitter, skitter. Can I make this jump? Kia! Yep. Here is a mayhem in gold. What is this? Attack, steal 50% stagger damage. No, it's fine. Were you looking for the powdered sugar? Okay. I took some extra candy from my work party that I thought Joyce would enjoy. And I got one of those. What is it called?
Fun dip.
Fun dip. Yeah, we get like a sugar stick. Oh, you get like a hardened candy stick and then you dip it in sugar. So Joyce is enjoying that. It's fun. Oops. Let's jump over this way. It seems squared away.
Hate to say it, but it feels like we're being watched.
Being watched. So this gate is closed for now. Oh, nope, never mind. It's only one way. Smash that open. Lovely chest behind these boxes. Get a quick little point here. Grab some items.
Better be ready.
And here we go, some fight whores. Banana slammer here, followed up by a heavy draw. Oops, sidestep. Let's go cast some blizzard here to freeze them up. Then I'm gonna get in there and then do the damage. Oops, the doodles. And then... Nope, get out there. Kia! said Kia. Oh, I'm just trying to do a jump attack. Why is it making it so hard on me? And Kia. Ow, he knackered me. Let's go ahead and give him the ice. We got one more guy to fight, I think.
Darkspawn, and they're everywhere down here. What are the chances we won't see any more of them?
All right, so this is the first Blubby Blue. Nailed it. Anything else in this area that I should probably get rid of? Probably. But before I do... Oh, I thought this was a sealed off segment. All right, it is, just not a segment I can get to right now. Ooh, what's this? Piece of candy. And a note. Note says, a torn journal page. Was wide awake again before the third mark. That's 4 days in a row. I swear it's that hum, constant, deep. It comes from all around and no one hears it in the waking hours above all the activity. As I was laying there, I saw the glow again, read the passing from the shadow of one rock to another, tried to wake Flora up to prove it wasn't seeing things, but she sleeps deep, lucky her. So there is something that's chasing them. The hum is usually reference to red lyrium or corrupted lyrium. So there might be a corrupted lyrium vein here somewhere. Match that. That's a lovely looking tree of death. Just gonna smack that real quick. Oh, don't fall off the edge. That's a bad sign. Which opens up the main gate over this way. Now, am I forgetting anything? It does say that there's a chest here that I haven't acquired yet. So maybe I just need to be cool. Oops. There it is. I almost missed it. Hey. Ha! And I got myself a lovely looking ensign's helmet. It's a medium helm. It gives me a heavy attack damage increase, which is like, but not great. This might be a good one for later. Because I have an ability to make all my attacks heavy attacks, so I will consider that later. Let's open up this big old pustulant gate. There are cracks, but I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's just the collapse of the cave. No big deal. Whoa. Okay, cool. This is just it's a fast route back. All right. I'm okay with this. With that squared and out of the way, we'll need to take the left route. Prior, we took the right route first. Left route. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Wait, did anyone else see that? I thought I saw someone.
Someone? Down here?
Maybe it was just a shadow.
Oh, looks like Harding is also being affected by the illusion of whatever's happening around here, which is not great. Okay, smash that open. Do I have Harding lift this rock for us? Jump that gate here. Ugh, more pestilence. Oh, I missed that. I made a mistake. I have to be down here first. Here we are. Or not. Oh, clever. Gotta remove the stone first. Then I can hit it. And then I can restore the stone. All right.
Heard ya.
Clever. Ooh, it's a ancient dwarven smith here. Interesting. Before I head out, is there anything else I need to look at before I go? Oh, doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's jump on up. Jump. 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 Smash. And then I can go ahead and
leave it to me.
Activate the stone. Which allows me to jump to this side. Nothing else seems to be available. I'll have to take a jump this way. Ooh. What is this? Uncharted? jump. Think down here. Perfect. Jump. And jump. Nailed it. Small passageway down here. Oh, that's a demon. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna banana slam it. And then ice. Then just shield bash my way through here. There we go. Counter. Cross counter. Cross counter. Okay, the frenzied ogre was not as big of a problem as I thought it would be.
Destroy this blight and get out of here.
He is very goopy though. What am I missing here? Anything else? Just a bunch of blight. Goopy. So much goopy blight. I don't like it. Open chest here. Ooh, Valyrium dust. Very nice. Right, what am I doing here? Let's strike that. And there's another one that's open over this way. There it is. Strike that. And that should open that one up. Yes. Strike that.
Light's cleared out. Think we can get through the door now? Let's go check with Stalgard.
Ooh, there's a path over here that I can't get to. Alright. Seems like I have finished all these blight issues, if you will. There we go. This should be a fast path down. Yes, it is. Whee! Nailed it. Follow this back down to where we need to go. Jumper. Jumper. And then a quick slide down. Here we go. 1 and a 2. I'm assuming there's something bad behind this, so I'm just gonna brace myself for the inevitable. Pull the lever!
You did good work. The blight growths have weakened.
So, we can keep going?
Yes. Come.
Ooh, this is Illyrium. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was Illyrium. Which makes me think that this is a great place to corrupt everything if you want to taint Illyrium supply. If I remember correctly, that's kind of how it happens.
And show respect when you enter the sanctum.
Yes, of course. But who are we meeting?
I will let her speak for herself. But we of Kal Sharok revere her deeply for being one with the storm. They say she was once from Orzammar, but she speaks very little of her past.
Is it shale? If it's shale, I'm gonna lose my shit.
The blight didn't make it past the doors, or couldn't. Interesting.
Some protective force is repelling them.
Castless. Life is changing and death. Life is changing and death stagnation. To survive, we discarded what was what was needed. Lineage, status, history, honor. The blight consumed it all and made Kal Sharok castless. Well, this better not be fucking shale. I'll be very upset.
Song. Do you hear it? Coming from all around us.
Is it Valyrium? I've never heard it this clearly.
It feels like it's echoing through my entire being. Like I'm part of the melody, and it's calling me home.
Let's see here. Tablette. Foreman's log. First excerpt. The upper sections were stripped when the Valdasines were stewards of the Hollow. Historical records and evidence indicate that the entire cavern was lined with lyrium. Shafts were dug to access the mineral deeper down, but the sudden fall of the House of Valdasine derailed those plans. The second blight left the entire site inaccessible, and the project was abandoned. So they were harvesting this place for its lyrium, obviously. Paragon Metez the Reborn. Oh! Paragon Metez Salak, born a warrior, was the first to change. After the desolation, he traded his sword for a smith's hammer and became what Kal Sharok needed most.
I would love to look around more. Do you think Stalgard would mind?
I think he'd be fine with it.
Is this the results of the Dragon Age 1 where we started making people into stone people? God, I hope not. Very cool though. Oh my god, that's a lot of lyrium. Oh my god, my guy. If I was a Templar, I'd be drooling. Oh my god. That's a lot. What is this, frickin' Final Fantasy? Hear about the crystal? Come on, dudes. Foreman's log, second excerpt. She told them about the site and called it Haldavaskar. The Tashiris figured she was talking about the mine at Valdecine's Hollow. From ancient times, lost in the second blight, they said. Listen and I will show you how, she replied. She went silent for 8 days, and all of them went home but one. Haldavaskar, the place that waits. Unburnable band. Ooh. 20% burning damage, 25% burning against enemies. Ooh, okay. That might replace my rings. Hold on. This one is 50% burning damage, maximum burning, everything applies burning. That's fine. The other one is a bleed, everything applies bleed. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stick it with the burning. New burning band here. Fire is my way of life now. This Final Fantasy Crystal Palace shit. Love it. More, please. Maybe I should let Stall show the way. It's very, very rude to run in front of my guest, my host. Oh, this is like a fighting ground. Give me a half tick here, Stall. I'm just gonna make sure I can get some information here. It's all squared away. Nothing here.
We have arrived.
But I don't see anyone.
There. She's waiting.
Is there any other excerpts from the foreman other than a spooky no one came back except for one? Guess not. All right. A nice looking shrine. Investigate. Why not?
Thank you for leading her here, Stalgard. They call me the Oracle.
I don't think I like this. Wow. Is that a person? Wow.
That's incredible.
Yes, she is.
I know you. Don't I?
Once I was Volta, as you were Lace, then Scout, and now something else.
All this. Is this what I am? Am I like you?
I cannot tell you what you are. Look within, and remember. Remember when the Earth was alive, and the Titans walked the land. In one voice they sang, a chorus of creation and of connection.
Isatunal. The song.
When the Titans fell, we awoke, but the melody was already lost.
The dwarves.
We were always just shattered fragments of a greater whole.
The stone sense. My magic. It's Titan magic. But why? Why did this happen? Why do I remember Isatunal? What happened to the Titans?
eat.
There's something else here. It's found you.
That's the thing that's been chasing them. This red demon lyrium thing. Well, you want to fight about it? Oh.
I didn't do anything.
See if we can get this lock on this guy here. Oh, where'd it go?
On your right.
Block, motherfucker! Feel the ice. Actually, hold on.
Deep stalkers. That construct probably riled up the wildlife.
Well, I'm sure they'll settle down once I... Detonates weakened. Who gives me weakened here? Detonates weakened. Detonates thunder. Applies weakened. There we go.
Well, it doesn't like you.
Why does everyone think this is my fault?
Good lord, what am I getting hit by?
Ready to go.
Go ahead and give him the Ascendered effect.
Fight on him.
Block that. Give him the fire.
Nev. Job done.
Let's go ahead and do a wombo combo here. Oops, that's not right. Bam, and then bam. That was easy. Here I thought we'd have a problem. I do like the fact that it's just like, why does everyone think this is my problem? What do you think I did this? Ooh. Just get a new set of gear. She says, grants the whole party 25% pen after detonation. Ooh. Hell yeah, let's do that. Ooh, there's some items here that I missed. Shit. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But there is some weird demon thing that's just bouncing around trying to get us, so that's not fun. Go ahead and talk to her about it. Be like, I'm sorry.
Everyone alive?
Did you feel it? Fury. Such fury. And with you as its mark.
Me? But why?
Hey, we can handle anything that comes our way.
There are horrors in the depths. They have awakened to you now. Look within for your answers. And beware.
No, wait! I have more questions.
Huh.
She does that. Riddles, riddles, riddles. Oh, I'm a rock.
But those weren't answers. She gave me nothing. Come back. Make her come back.
Harding.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. I'm all right. Sorry. We're done. Let's just get out of here.
I love how Stalgard is just like super deep and mysterious, and at the end he's just like, yeah, it's just, she does that. She's a rock. She talks in riddles and she thinks she's cool. Like, I thought you venerated her. Like, yeah, I guess.
Oh,
but she rock. You're brooding. Buck up. Yeah. You want some company? I'm gonna hold a buck up.
I know the Oracle didn't go the way you hoped, but you gotta keep your chin up.
I'm disappointed. That's really all there is to it. Maybe it was silly of me to hope all my questions would be answered. Maybe if we hadn't been interrupted by that attack. When you said this was weird, I bet you didn't realize how weird it would get. I just wish I knew what to do.
Oh, see, how is this flirting? I care. Like, tell me what your problems. Come on, don't worry about it. It's gonna. God, like, I just want to be like nice. I don't want to be like flirty. Is this flirty? It's not flirty. This can't be flirty. I'm just gonna... Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go and...
You decide to do. You aren't alone.
I know. It's nice to know I have friends. And you, of course.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I just meant that you're... special. Or special-er. Having you by my side has made all this easier to bear. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here.
I know. And I'll be here as long as you need me. That's a promise.
See, I'm like being in front, like... How is...
The Oracle Sanctum disappointed. Maybe she'd expected too much. Maybe there were no answers to be had. Seething with questions, she forgot the Oracle's dire warning. But far below the surface, something was moving. Determined to be seen. And fighting to be remembered.
Stalgard brought Harding to the mysterious Oracle, who has connection to the Titans, the predecessors of the Dwarves. However, the meeting was interrupted by a sinister force the Oracle believes is now hunting Harding. To Rook and Harding. Missive. Erilyn said she'd get this to you. I just want to thank you both for coming to my aid in Arlethan Forest. I got separated from my crew and took a tumble into a ravine, injured my leg, and only managed to drag myself out of that small ruin for shelter. When you found me, I've been lying there for over 2 days. The vultures were starting to gather. I know I'd be dead if you hadn't found me. Harding, I hope you find the answers you seek about your stone magic. I hope it helps to know that your ability saved me, at least one life, mine. Varen of the Veil Jumpers. Cute. Alright, I have a little extra skill to put in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to give myself a 10% fire damage increase, so why not? Library's all done. Characters are square. Actually, my map means... Do I have anyone else to talk to? I do not. That means I can go ahead and move on to the next ability. The next one... was it Regrets the Dreadwolf? Right. So we have a bunch of memories for the Dreadwolf. It's going to be a lot of talk. What, 4-ish? And then I'll move over to the next... And then I'll move over to the Siege of Weisshaupt. Oops, a little weird there. So this will open up some interesting dialogues. Let's go ahead and try that out.
You cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evanuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Anyone see anything in that memory we can use?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
I think I get where Mythal is coming from.
Really?
You've just finished some big war, everyone is exhausted, and now Elganon won't give up power. If Mythal sided with Solus, would Elganon have backed down?
Not a chance.
It would have led to another war. Mythal tried to keep the peace.
And Solus must see that, but still can't accept that she chose peaceful politics over his ideals.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regret. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Alright, that's one segment. I don't remember how many I have. I'm pretty sure I have most of them. So we'll go through most of them now before we hit Weisshaupt.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elvish gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they expressed things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Yes, obviously. I don't think so, and ick. Maybe moving on. Yeah.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Being with someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solus.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
We're deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made of something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
Okay, Solus warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible for. The Blight was our mistake.
How is the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Whatever it was, it convinced Mythal to take him seriously.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, he met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is,
Nice.
she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Okay, sorry, point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Solus tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight, but he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
All right, and then we have another memory. I think we have like 4 of them.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Ooh, I have a specific one. That's interesting. Let me see here. It's bad. He was panicking. It makes sense. What's the other one? The other one is... I understand Solus's fear. Dude, Solus did his best. I mean... Okay.
Honestly, looking at this memory, I think I'm with Solus here.
Even as he destroyed my people's world? Locked away who we were?
Solus was up against 7 blighted gods. They were going to destroy that world themselves. And it's clear he wishes he'd done it differently. That's why he's ashamed of this memory.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
The Maker was never my faith, Lace. But I'm sorry this is hard for you.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
But this was the one I grew up with. My ma still sings the chant. You know?
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah. Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
All right, and then we have one over here. This might be the last one.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What?
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
No. Lucanus like, come again?
This is... I don't even know what this is, and I'm not even an elf. I can't imagine what you and Davrin must be feeling.
It's fine.
We're spirits. What does this even mean? Could I accidentally banish myself?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. Balara, you and Davrin are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
Yeah, I don't think the people are ready for this.
If the world...
They already don't like
It led
elves.
to attacks against elves.
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the Elves.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Ooh, I have more? All right, we'll keep going. Get all this out of the way, and then we'll do the Weisshaupt situation.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
I don't know what to say, Lace. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry.
I served in the Inquisition. I know terrible things happen in war. But to do something like this...
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
So Titans... The Titan spirits are the Blight. That's what we're fighting. Fuck.
If the Blight is the Titan's dreams, can we, I don't know, heal it? Bring it back from all that anger?
I'm afraid I have no idea. In theory, it would be possible to restore dreams to the Titans.
You can't set it free before it's healed. You'd have blighted Titans laying waste to the entire world.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgarnon and Gillanane to deal with now.
And then I want Solus to look me in the eye An answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
I think I have the last one. That was the one that was sent to me by our good friend in the Inquisition.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
So we've got all the Dreadwolf's deep dark secrets. Anything we can use?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Is you wrong but not evil? He's smart but we know him. That's a good answer. Is he evil? He did what he had to, right? I'm not gonna cast a judgment.
Something to start from.
I'm just gonna look at the facts and be like, what can we use?
Right now, but when Solus makes his move, we'll be ready.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Alright, so this is the last part. Is it Mythal? I don't know. Ooh, bond leveled up. Impression. Everybody approves. Hurrah! Alright, her bond leveled up. She's my Minrath's contact. I don't know how high do I need to be to get her to like me. To like me again. Illuvian experts, monster hunter. Everyone's at 4. I think the only one that's anywhere higher than that is her. And then there's Tash, who's here. She's here. That's fine. Let's go ahead and finish this out a little bit. On critical hit, it reduces the cooldown by 25%. On critical hit, applies frozen to targets. Got a Riz. I know, she's so great. I've ruined it for myself. I can't it's so much harder to romance her because she takes a reduction whenever I try to boost our bond. But I like her the most, right? So I'm now stuck having her in my party every time, which isn't terrible, but it's also kind of like, God, we could be banging right now. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. She's very smooth. She's very cute, strong, and smart. Like, what's not there to say? I mean, the same thing can be said with Balara, right? But I've always romanced the quirky one in I think previously. So it's always been like, oh, the quirky one, right? Previously it was like, was it Morrigan or Origins? Morrigan and Liliana were the two that I was kind of like keen on. In Hawks in number 2. I can't remember who I remember. Oh, Isabella, the quirky, crazy, like strong girl, right? And then in Inquisition, it was Cassandra or Sophia, or Sophia. So it was like the very prim and proper, smart, calculating girl, or like the little brash, not aggressive, brash, and like kind of like stern, softy. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to open up avenues. I'm trying my best. Okay, let's see here. This one also requires hardened barriers. Okay. Actually, hold on. If I refund everything right now, refund all. I'm gonna go with what I did here first. I use this one more. So boom, this is my setup. All the way down to the end. Come back. That's not what I wanted. I'm an idiot. Keep doing stupid stuff, hitting buttons. Anyway, I'm trying to get Nev the first time. I really feel like maybe I'm wasting my breath or my efforts trying to romance someone I've locked myself out of. Like, I'll need some sort of walkthrough to make sure I get her to approve me at every left, right, every turn. But god damn it, I'm gonna do it. Effectiveness is 10%. Regeneration increases. Let's do an increase in weakness. And then on critical hits, reduce the cooldown by 25%, or a frozen. No, 6%. Then I'm gonna go here. And then she said on critical hit applies frozen. On critical hit applies chilled. Detonation deals 100% stagger. Activation fires 2 additional projectiles. What's that? Can I not apply? Requires Shattered Resolves cannot be acquired if the skill is purchased. Oh, I ran out. Okay, I'm gonna refund this. Bring it back down to here. It's here. Alright, cool. And then who else do I have in my gear? I mean, Eve, just tell me, am I wrong? Am I crazy? Should I just, like, she clearly doesn't like me because I let her city, like, go up in flames. But the decision was I let this dock town full of merchants get murderfied, or I go and help out a bunch of, like, Imperial mages defend their capital city. I'm like, who needs the help more, right? Do a hard reset on this as well. Let's go here. Boom, boom, boom. And then this one is there, and then this one does detonating overwhelmed, and this one does physical seismic shocks. Let's see this. These are all applies its detonations. Let's do that one first. And I will apply increase under duration. Emmerich, you have also improved as well. We're going to go ahead and give you a weakness effectiveness increase and a necrosis. No, let's try. Bell tolls. Detonating sunder. Some girls want their men to burn the world for them versus being the hero. That's... Yeah, I guess. I don't want to be that person. Like, I'm like leading a pack of people. I'm leading a company that needs to look at the bigger picture, right? And it took me everything not to be like, fuck that guy. Fuck everything. We're gonna make my girl happy, and that's all I want. Because I know that ends up being really bad in the end. I'm just saying. Here. Increased damage on enemies already afflicted by necrosis. Increased damage by 50%. Detonation damage. Let's do that instead. Then I'm going to go ahead and bounce this to this because it gives you quietus. Cool. Davern is good. Bellara is good. Like, Bellara... Like, easy choices go to Bellara. She's cute and, like, funny, and she, like, writes fan fiction. No joke, she totally does. And I don't have to worry about not pissing her off by choosing one or the other. But maybe my next run I'll do it. I'll definitely do one more run by myself in the next... by myself outside the stream. Tash is nice. The problem is she reminds me a lot of my sister, and I don't... That's not so nice. So I'm like, nope, not doing that. That's right out the door. All right, Morrigan at the crossroads. So I had a sinking suspicion that Morrigan is secretly harboring Mythal. That was the whole shtick in Inquisition and the reference in Dragon Age. That Mythal, the first Witch of the Wilds, would grow and develop her daughters, and her daughters / disciples. And then when she grew old, she would simply inhabit their bodies. Then we killed her. Or then Solus killed her. And so now I see Morrigan again. I see her wielding Mythal's crown, and I'm concerned that maybe we weren't so certain in dispatching her. So here we are. I hope the Morrigan that we're about to meet isn't the Morrigan that I fear is not there. It's gonna be a tough sell. Yeah, that's my big fear. The fear is that Morrigan that we're meeting is not truly Morrigan anymore. In fact, that she has been as purpose built, as her purpose was revealed to us, that she's the new body for Mythal. Let's see here. Let's pick out Canis, my boy, and Sundered.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Alluvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
Spirits? How should I know? Ancient elven magic. Spirits.
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Right.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait.
You?
As you say.
Okay, so she absorbed her memories, not the power, and wasn't like... Unless... I need to know for sure.
So you're the next host of Mythal?
Believe it or not.
Okay.
As you choose.
So she is hosting Mythal's memory?
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard. Her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
I need the whole thing.
The soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
I was mage-splaining to a god elf, effectively, and he just let me yap.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon, or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. what has passed between Solus and Mythal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
I think he has the best intentions, but remedying this by simply undoing what he did would cause more pain. So there's no the right answer isn't, oh, let's go in reverse, right? I feel bad for him, but
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
Survive the encounter?
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
I'm not gonna ask her to talk to her for me. Clearly, it's not the position I'm in.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dread Wolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
All right, what time is it? 4:27. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go and take this on for the first time and not die. I am under-leveled for this. I think 30-something. So this will be a fun test of just my overall situation.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
Nest of the Ancients.
Close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Sure we're not, let's see, the trader's last word says a stone nearby bears the gouges of a titanic claws. A message has been carved shakily into the ground with a broken tooth. They accused me of treachery against Fen-Harel and cast me down from the heights. I protested my innocence then. I protest it now, crawling with my limbs shattered, but there's no one to hear. So I offer myself up for the execution that once most pleased the gods. May the name of Nanel be cleansed with flame.
That has to be her.
Will this be a conversation with words or knives?
Guess we'll find out.
Let's try to do this civilly, shall we?
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am?
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solas. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solas's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
Forget it, I'll fight you. We must stop the gods.
You can't want Elganan and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
How am I supposed to just set the Blight aside?
By making an argument not related to it, as I asked you to.
The Blight is a core part of who they are. And I don't think you're in favor of it.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them. And the Blight only happened because of what you did. You need to fix your mistake.
My mistake? I saved lives and ended a war, you petulant child. Your words are weak. Prove your worth.
Oopsie daisies. I actually wondered what would happen if I was like valid, like if I talked her through it. Oh great, it's a dragon fight. Shit. Okay. Shit. Fuck shit. Fuck. Wow, here we go. But my favorite companions for this fight. Let's roll, rock and roll.
Get ready.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this character.
She had to turn into a dragon.
Yeah, she's level 45. I am level 30 something. No, thank you. Sorry, my vision is not great.
On it.
Give it some ice. Oh, again. My timing's terrible.
On the job.
Come on.
Do this again.
Give me the old banana slammer here. Come on. Where are you going? What? Oh, okay. Right. She's gonna get her shield up. And then she's gonna chuck a shot at me. And then another shot at me. And then a third shot at me. There we go. Just gonna put up a shield of some sort.
Made it through.
Or not. Oh, she's about the spirits. That's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and boom, boom. Get her. Please don't.
Just say
Please don't hurt me. Nope, thank you. Ha! He! Whoa! My bad. Oh, god dang. I get it. Don't go in the business end of a dragon. Let's see if I can beat Mythal just with fisticuffs, and then I'm gonna probably try this on my own to do without. Stop. Down. Oops, please don't. Pew! 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 Do that. Why don't we just hit you with the all fight right here? Oops, step outside. Go. Then this is her next ability. Summon some more monsters. These ones are easier. I'm built for taking down armored creatures, so not the worst. Alright, I can take the hits, but I get shocked. That's not great. I'm okay, everybody. I'm okay. I'm gonna run up and see if I can grab this health potion over here on the side. I got a hot second here.
Just say when.
Where's your minions? I need to bop them in the boopity. There they are. Oh god, right. Don't get on the business end of it. To the other end. Let's get those legs out of the way.
Done.
See if I can get this guy out of the way next. Oh, oops. Oh my god. Okay, that's my bad. I got wombo combo there like an idiot. That's a me bad. I did a boo boo. The boo boos were made. Let's hit him with the old razzle dazzles.
Got him covered.
Go ahead and wambo cambo that with this. Okay, I think I can beat Mythal. Pretty confident. Oh, Christ. Hypothetically, I probably should put Tash into this fight, because she is designed to murder 5 dragons. So, I think we did it. Here we go. I will come back to this at a later time to discover whether or not I can just talk her out of it.
The essence of a god. Burns just being near it. This is the power we need to finish this.
All we need now is the right target.
I think the moment is coming. When we can turn the tide, we'll know.
The team defeated the proud and angry fragment of Mythal and met them in battle. Now they have a magical keepsake, a kernel of her essence, which may be used in a future fight. Nailed it. Mythal's Grace. A medallion bearing the symbol of Mythal. 4:43. Let's see what else we can manage before the end of the hour, or the top of the hour here. I might do some of these dragon fights by myself. I'll also see if I can ham through that Mythal fight. Sorry, ham-hand the conversation points to that Mythal fight. Pale Reflection. 20% damage for enemies on low health. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Does not affect boss enemies. Ultimate grants. Defeating an enemy grants 5 ultimate. Oh, not bad. That's all squared and done away with. Let's see here. We have... right, I need to go into here. Need to go into my maps. Check the world map. And then I'm going to book it back to the lighthouse. Just to see if I have some extra stuff to take care of. Conversation pieces. Survey says I do. I have 1, 2, 3 different conversation pieces. All right. Okay. I am going to call it a day for now. Thank you so much for joining me here today on the Daring Player Squad channel. I appreciate you just having me in your presence, in your life, in the side view. I hope that everything's going well for you this weekend, and hope you do cool things this weekend. For me, tomorrow is going to be a TTRPG day with my friends, so I'll be doing that. And the stream will be done by Ash, I think, and she'll be doing she'll be continuing with Silent Hill 2, if I remember. And then on Monday it'll be James, Star Wars Outlaws, and then Tuesday, Wednesday are free days. Thursdays will be Colston, Friday with Joyce with Persona, and then back again on Saturday with me here on the Daring Player Squad channel. I might try to take a couple days in between, like the free days, the Tuesday, Thursdays, for example, to see if I can squeeze in. The Monday, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to see if I can squeeze in some more time. I definitely want to get this done before the end of December, so I can play this again on my own with some new characters. Until then, yeah, keep an eye out for our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Blue Sky. I don't think we're using Twitter as much anymore. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me here today. Hope you have a good time. My name's Rashi, and I'll see you next time. Bye.